Hey, what's going on, guys? Alex here with Angle Sports Center. We're going to bring you your weekly fishing report. We're going to start off with rockfish and talking about where the hot area is. And as everybody's known for the past 2 weeks now, a lot of people are still catching them pretty consistent up in the Patapsco River. People are actually trolling now up there. I will say a little more than live lining, since just fish, like we said last week, have kind of spread out throughout that area there. Trolling drone spoons, Clark spoons, and some of the bigger Tony spoons are going to work perfectly, especially on a planer. You can also run them on a inline weight and sink them down, but doing it on a planer like a number 1 or 2 size planer will work just fine. Also, if you're in that area fishing anywhere around what used to be the Key Bridge, some of those pilings and whatnot, you can actually assume fishing now in that area since they cleared out most of the stuff, or all of it actually. There's a couple docks either on the north side, or eastern or western side, if you want to call it that, off the actual river, where they have a lot of pilings closer to deep water where the ships come to. And that's some of the areas you want to scan and actually throw some live spot or jig around. 2 really good ways to find fish. Just move from area to area and, obviously have a decent area. So that Curtis Bay area is going to be also producing some fish. Now, moving away from the actual Patapsco into the mouth of the Patapsco south, anywhere from the 7-foot knoll, 6-foot knoll, down towards the mouth of the Magothy has actually produced some fish. There's actually going to be some fish moving through the area, especially right at Mountain Point. If you get there early enough, you can do some top water. Same thing with any of those areas in the Inner Harbor or the Patapsco area. As you move south to the Bay Bridge, has been actually pretty consistent with a lot of decent sized fish. And once again, live lining, jigging, or just casting lures to the pilings and retrieving them back to you can produce some good sized fish. I heard of a few 30-inch fish off the actual Bay Bridge, and some guys have actually been catching some decent sized fish up at Loft Point at the rock pile up there. I haven't heard of anything too big, but there's consistently fish there in the evenings, so try to check those out. As we move to bottom fishing and a little bit of the areas farther south, we're getting a mix of little tiny croaker now up in this Annapolis area, mixed in with spot and perch. Some guys fishing in certain rivers south of us have been producing some good sized perch. I heard some guys fishing down the South River, Road River, fishing with grass shrimp on 10 to 15 foot of water on hard bottom, having producing some good perch up to like 12-13 inches. So that means that's good stuff for us in this area. Most of the guys are catching your regular sized perch, either on grass shrimp, bloodworms, or racer clams. Once again, fishing shoreline structure with the perch pounder, so any kind of spinner will produce some fish too. There's a little bit of bluefish, not too much, and that's way down south. They're really not consistent at all. We saw a few of them appear on some reports from people the past 2 weeks, and it kind of slowed down, and then they kind of reappear just down towards Point Lookout. Anywhere down south from Point Lookout to Solomon's, across to Crisfield, up to the Hoopers area, even the Chop Tank, you always have a mixed chance of getting puppy drum, speckled trout, and rockfish. So get out there, try those areas out, fish any other marsh area, any kind of structure around the shoreline, closer to deeper water with paddle tails, anywhere from 4 to 5 inch paddle tails, and even some jerk baits, and you will most likely catch either one of those, and hopefully even a slam. Moving on to crabbing right now, it's been pretty good. I know it slowed down a bit, but it's still really consistent. A couple places that I heard about, the Y and the Magothy River, have been doing pretty well. So get out there and try it out. And that's it for your fishing report. We'll see you guys next week.